Hi, it's Nat Green here. I just wanted to show you some information here that kind of got me a little concerned with the service that was provided, or I guess in a way not provided, through my lead consultant, just because they didn't provide all the information that they said they were going to, and it was just a lot less quality than what they said. So anyway, I'm in my dashboard area here, and these are some some emails that I've sent out to the lists that my lead consultant, which is Elite Earners, as what I've been billed from, what basically I've gotten from them, the results I've gotten. Now, the first couple emails you'll see here are 0%. And they had some obviously some challenges with their deliverability rate of the emails that they were sending. Now, they originally said that their system was delivering at 98%, which obviously was not the case originally, or probably even further past that. My next email that I sent out did get a 10% open, which is decent. But after that, I had 7%, 6%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 4%, 5%. Okay. So obviously, the open rates that I've been getting with them have not been good. And I actually added my own email addresses, as far as my own personal ones, from two different accounts. And the ones from my Hotmail account, I never ever got any of the emails that I sent out, not even in my junk folder at all. With my Gmail address, they all go to, and you'll see here that I'm actually searching for, in my spam folder here, and there's me. And just as an example here, that there's some of the ones that I've been sent from their email platform. Now let's go back here a second. And even today, actually, when I had to get a password reset, that I'll just show you here, spam, that this is Michael Somerville here. This is both of the emails that they sent to me ended up going into the spam folder. So that's probably a good reason why I'm having such low percentage of open rates, and definitely is not up to, in my opinion, not the 98% deliverability that they were saying, because like I said, in one of my emails, they're going into the spam folder. The other one, they're not even getting through at all. And I just wanted to show here with a list that I've generated, and this is using another email provider here. I mean, I'm not the best copywriter in the world, but you'll see here that I'm getting a lot better deliverability rates and open rates here. In fact, 17% open my emails, 15, 13, 16, 17, 14, 15, 14, 12. So even my lowest at 12 is still better than the highest I got. But I would say my average is, probably, basically if you average them all, it's probably about 5% there. So that was my first area of concern. And actually, that was my second, to be honest. This is one of the lists that I got, and this was actually a list that I purchased from them originally. And I'll just show you some of the things here that originally concerned me. And so if you click on the email addresses, and you'll see here this one here, bballgirl4254. And the name that they provided with that was James Allen. By the email address bballgirl, you think that's going to be a girl's name. And I had a bunch of email addresses similar to that alluded that the address was from a girl, but the names were all guys. And I had asked them about that, and I'll even forward you the email conversation I had with that. And basically, they just said that they were going to replace the emails there, which I think they did, and that's fine. But still, obviously, that was an area of concern that basically everything that I had was from guys, and that was a little weird, especially when some of them were from girls. Next up here, I just want to show you that if you were to Google most people's email addresses, and this is one of mine that I use, you'll see a bunch of information that comes up as far as them using their email address, or that type of thing. There's a bunch of pages. There's 406 results where Google has found my email address. Okay, this is an email address that I don't use as much as far as for online stuff, but there's still stuff here with I've got there's a personal profile from a music website that I did here. and some other stuff as far as websites being listed to that email address and that type of thing. So there's a couple of things there. And then so here's something else. So this is my new monthly lead list. And actually, I'll show you here quickly here. I'll just go back for a second. So I'll select that list and apply a filter. And when I bought these lists, now this is the list that I'm actually, contesting basically, where I paid $595 per month for 600 leads, and I paid that twice. Now they said that I was going to get the first name, last name, email address, phone number. I think it might even been cell phone number. I can't remember, but either way, a phone number and then their mailing address. And basically, if I were to go through all of the pages, it doesn't even matter which ones. I'll click on them, and I didn't get first name, last name, phone number, or any of that. I just get their email address. So that was one of the big things, because getting all that extra information, of course, I can now, I can call that person. I could send them voice broadcasts like they said that they were doing. I could actually send them physical, postcards or something like that. And of course, because I didn't get any of that information, I can't do that. And that was one of the main reasons why I bought that in the first place, was having all the extra information that they promised so I could market to these people in different ways. And they're not providing that. And I'll show you some emails as well that say that. But here in this example, what I did was, because I was kind of getting a few, I guess my spider senses were tingling that, maybe there's got to be some other reasons why I'm not getting good deliverability. And so what I did is I just kind of randomly took some of the email addresses and I just Googled them. And in this case here, what one was it? It was Betsy Beckley, which was this one right here. So I just Googled a couple randomly here, and you'll notice here that first of all, there's only 6 results, but look at this: list emails, lister email. Oh, that's the same website 3 times, and then there's another one 2 times. But just check out these emails here, or sorry, the website. It's some sort of like a spam email list, to remove your email address. Okay, and then this one here, it's the same type of thing here. So they're just randomly, kind of, to me it appears like they're garbage emails that people are scraping from the random, from different websites or something. I don't know where they're getting from, but it's just, I found it interesting that, some of these emails, the only place you can find them is on kind of junk email lists. And same sort of thing here, this DB Nagel 2 at MSN or whatever it is, search for that. And, there's 13 results here, but same type of thing, list emails, email data, right? So the same type of thing. It's the exact same sites where there's just a bunch of kind of spammy type emails. So, I mean, I don't even know what those sites are, but it raised some concern that some of these, random emails that I'm doing Google searches for are coming up on these types of lists here. This was just some of the earlier stuff I was telling you. Baby Girl 760 had the name Kevin Clark. Bethany 90S had the name Andrew Cruz. Julia 44 had David Hogged. So, I mean, there's been a lot of inconsistencies with stuff. They haven't, promised all the information that they said. And then really quickly, actually, I'm going to pause the video for 1 second. I'll be back in 1 second. So one more thing here on their sales page and in their webinars and everything that Andrew and Michael, they said that you could basically download a CSV file or some sort of text file, of the subscribers that they've given you, and upload those to other email service providers. Now, because I was getting such low open rates with their ClickBoost email software, I wanted to try something else. Now, I was told by other people that there's a system called GetResponse that has a somewhat more liberal policy as far as uploading lists that you have, that you have yourself or whatever. And so anyway, so of course that they have a look at everything, and this is their response here. You'll see here, this is from GetResponse at their compliance. Hello, Nat. We've analyzed your list that you've imported to ML, or My Lead Consultant was the abbreviation. And for analysis, we use anti-spam software designed to identify problems that can cause the list to be classified as spam. Problems include syntax errors, which I'm not really sure exactly what that means, but obviously a syntax error isn't good. But here's what concerned me: non-existent addresses and domains that are no longer in use, which that might kind of tie back into, this type of stuff with, kind of bunk looking addresses. I'm not entirely too sure, but the fact that they're basically selling me addresses that are non-existent or from domains that are no longer in use, that totally concerns me, and that explains why I'm having, part of why, I guess, other than their deliverability rate not being what it is. But if I'm getting such a poor open rate, it's probably because a lot of their emails are junk. And it's one thing for me to do the Google search and see those types of results from kind of scraped emails or whatever types of websites those are. But this is what really concerned me here. Non-existent addresses and domains that are no longer in use. So yeah, I mean that's a real big concern here. And I mean, Andrew's even acknowledged, and basically some of this stuff here that I've said, and it seems like he's trying to do the right thing, but I really only see a couple solutions, and that is to provide me with emails, phone numbers, first and last name, and a mailing address like they had originally said, or give me a refund. And at this point, it's gone on way too long. I've gone back and forth with them. I've waited. It's been 2.5 months or whatever it's been now. I just want a refund. I'm not happy with what they've with what they've given me. It wasn't it wasn't all the information that they promised. It took a long time. Deliverability rates. I mean, all this stuff. It's just, it wasn't what I thought I was buying. It didn't live up to their promises of 98% deliverability rates. It's just, it's not, I'm not happy with this. For the $1,200 I've spent, I've gotten, in my opinion, junk emails for the most part. So I just want my refund. So anyway, I just wanted to show you the proof of what I've experienced so far and some of the things I've seen, and it hasn't been worth $1,200. That's for damn sure. So anyway, I just want a refund. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.